What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy TallShon. TS is who I am. And man, look, season 2 of The Sit Down is on the way. It's going strong. You saw the first episode with Dr. Jans, so why not talk, just sit down with this episode. This new one here is with a dope hip-hop artist, fashion guy, producer. This guy is MaDrique. Just check out some of the show right now. All right, what's going on? What's going on? It's your boy TallShon. TS is who I am, and we've now tuned in to another episode of The Sit Down. You know what, The Sit Down, I like to talk with people that's doing dope things in every forms, from music to fashion to politics to health and wellness. And today is nothing different. I have MaDrique here.
They can have more and still be threatened, just by the love you get in the way that you carry. Watching your gram, living vicariously. The way that they obsessed is kinda scary. It's been a reemergence of the real. Love the way that it feel. Life is good over here. They ask me how I do it, keep growing it every year. I ain't do nothing special, decided not to stay still. Shorty asks where I'm finding these FUBU garments. She say I
I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, man. I feel like this has been a long time coming.
For sure.
But like we were talking off scenes, man, it's like we've been around each other, but never really just interacted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think, like seeing you roll back into music, because I see you took a little time off, which we'll discuss, and it popped up on, because I follow you on YouTube, and it popped up, and I said, oh shit, bro got dropped something new. And then I checked it, and I was like, oh shit, he didn't lose his step.
Yeah, man.
And then I hit little bro, like, he's like, oh, no, he good, we back at it. I said, okay. I would love to hear that. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it. Let's first start here, man. Like we here. I don't have questions. I just got the topics, and we'll touch bases on it. But you changed your name.
Yeah.
What made you change it up?
I felt like Drake. I became Drake London. I created Drake London when I was like 15, 16, maybe.
Okay.
So I felt like at a point I reached a ceiling to where Drake London could go.
Right.
Because I was no longer that person. Like Drake London, when I started rapping, it was just like sneakers, girls, skateboarding, like, you know what I'm saying, doing that stuff. So when I started growing and developing as an artist, I'm like, man, it's something that needs to change. It's just not clicking. Like, and then that name was attached to so much of my life, you know what I'm saying?
I understand.
And so many memories, and I'm like, yo, when I cut my locks, I was like, bro, let's just change the whole thing, start from zero, man.
I like that though, because when I saw it, I was like, okay, MaDrique, I'm not mad at that. I mean, the Drake part is still there.
Yeah, that's my real name. You know what I'm saying?
And I was looking further. I was like, oh, that's his name. So really, I think it's best when I see art, especially when you're, let's keep it about, your name is cool. So you don't have a whack name. Like aesthetically, as someone that's a marketer and things like that in that realm, aesthetically it looks good. So, and the flip, but at the same time, these are why you didn't lose a step. You know what I'm saying? So what was the break part? Why did you take a break?
Well, I was going so hard. So I've been doing music since 06.
Okay.
So I put my first project out in 06, and I didn't realize this till recently, that when my mom passed in 2010, I didn't stop working. Like, it was like straight. Like, I didn't stop. Like, not really dealing with the thing. I was just using work as my escape. And that on top of when I was younger, I had this like idea of where I'm gonna be at a certain age, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna get there. Life is gonna be changing. So I got there, and it's like my life started changing. Everything I wanted to happen was happening. I was having meetings. I was getting on all these major blogs and getting with agencies and doing all this stuff. And it felt like when I finally got there, the door slammed in my face. So you had that on top of being burnt out of doing those 10 years of running nonstop. I fell into this huge depression. It took like 3 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, I lost my confidence. I lost my ability to be social. Like, and then I was still trying, but you can see, like, yo, Drake's going through something. You know what I'm saying? So I just, took a step back and just restarted everything. But I knew when I did that, I'm like, yo, I have to start back at zero. But then I was like, well, I did it once, I can do it again. I ain't tripping.
No, I respect that, man. I think we all run into a point where it's like we got to reanalyze this and figure things out. And I think when I ran into you as an artist was 010. When I really started, like when I started catching on, and I would go back and hear certain things, I'm like, yo, this is fire. Like honestly, man, someone moving to North Carolina, I'm from South Carolina, because I call South Carolina home. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Okay. But I call South Carolina home because I feel like any place you finish high school at, that's where you're from. That's where you're from. You know what I mean? For sure. Like middle school, high school, I finished there, that's where I'm from. So when I moved, I lived in Florida, and then I moved here. You know, I'm in Florida State, so I'm in a melting pot, seeing different, you know, artists, different people, hung with some dope ones, and you know, and then I moved here, and I didn't really know what North Carolina had to offer. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That Petey Pablo shit held over our head for a long time. Wow. Even when I was in Florida, everybody like, yo, you from the Carolinas? The record was fire. Bro, I'm in the Carolinas, I'm in Florida, and everybody, oh, ain't you from the Carolinas? I'm DJing too, and they like, nah, I throw it on just to fuck with people. They're like, yeah, you. I remember that for sure. But it was no one. I had no one else. I felt like to lean on. Even from South Carolina, it wasn't much. We had a couple cats, but it wasn't much that I felt like I had to lean on to play to represent Carolinas. So when I got here and I got in the mix, I was like, oh shit, it's a bunch of dope artists, and then I see a lot of them around you. And I was like, oh, that was an era, bro. Yeah, it was. That was the time, bro. I used to see that shit. I was like, yo, who is this nigga that got everybody like gathered, you know what I mean, running to him? And that's when I checked out the music, man. But that wasn't time. Man, that was an era. Could you touch bases on how that time, let people know how that time was in North Carolina in this area?
You had Cooley High.
Yup.
You had Mez.
Yup.
You had, you know, Jamla was like, going crazy. You had rap, you know what I'm saying? You had, man, Lazarus, TallShon, 1100 Hunters, and the premier thing that brought out from that era was Shakedown Street, and that was like a hub for like anybody who was trying to get to it, or you was like talking that talk, like I'm that guy, you had to come to Shakedown Street. There's no way, and then even like all the venues, like, you know, we had of course, you had Poorhouse, you had Southland Ballroom, Volume 11, the Berkeley, the Bury. It was just like so many ways. Venues, the Black Flower. It was so many venues and so many creative outlets for us to do. That was the time the NC State Cypher popped off. Like, that was just an era, bro. It was.
TallShon. Shout out to bro TallShon. I just talked about that too. Incredible. Now, it was a time, you make something you can think about that. Yo, I can't even front. That's when I was even running around in the mix, like, and most of those artists I know and built relationships with that I still have today. So, it was a dope time, man. Like, you got a label now too. How long is the label?
Well, the label, I had Dreams of Children Music since 09.
Okay.
You know, I started out in 09, and the whole idea of that was just, you know, create a hub of people that's living out their childhood dreams. And I grew up inspired by P and Baby and, you know, Dipset and, you know, Rockefeller. And I always was like, yo, when I grow up, man, I'm going to have me a label. You know what I'm saying? I want to wear my chain. I want to, you know, rep the homies, put my brand on. And we did it, and it's been growing. And it's every year it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Now, I mean, who's all a part of the label?
Right now, you got myself, the artist, CEO. I got Majestic, producer, Unique. And right now, we're just going to the ground and just building up, getting new artists and taking it.
That's what's up, man. I like I said, I've watched and I saw like the merch. Y'all merch game.
Thank you, man.
It's crazy.
Thank you.
Like using the little kid face. I think that's probably some of the hardest merch in the area. Like, and y'all treat it like a clothing line.
Yeah, for sure. That's my brand. You know, like fashion is my first love. Okay. And then, you know, it went into music, but I've always wanted to do fashion. Like, you know, I love it. Right. I live and breathe it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, if I'm gonna throw the brand on, it's gonna.
Look, I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you want to watch the rest of it, just go to GWUN TV at Roku. It's GWUN TV on Roku, man. And just look for the Got What You Need app, man, and just enjoy the show. The sit down is right at the top. Yo, enjoy. Peace.